Maria sat in her car outside the hospital, gripping the steering wheel like it was the only thing keeping her grounded. Rain hit the windshield in waves, matching the tears streaming down her face. The weight loss, the fatigue, the pain in his bones. But hearing it spoken aloud made it re-land unbearable. Just moments earlier, a doctor had told her that her husband's condition had worsened. Stage 4 cancer. Aggressive. Spreading faster than they thought. She had known something was wrong. She wiped her face with a tissue, whispered a broken prayer, and stared at the cloudy sky. God, why? We've served you. We've trusted you. I don't understand. They had been married for 16 years. 2 children, a modest home, and a simple life centered around faith. Maria was a preschool teacher, and her husband David worked maintenance at a local college. It wasn't peace, not yet. God. Maria, I know your situation. We've had a lead teacher position open for months, and honestly, I've been praying about who should take it. I think it's supposed to be you. It felt like the hand of God reaching through her storm and saying, I never left you. It comes with a raise and full health benefits. What do you say? But it was something to hold on to. She applied for housing assistance, but the waiting list was long. But now, it doesn't make her cry. Instead, it reminds her of the night she sat in the car outside the hospital, weeping. It reminds her of the promise that even when we don't understand, God does not abandon his own. She sat in her kitchen that night with an eviction letter and a bowl of soup she couldn't finish. Her children were asleep. The new treatment was working better than expected. The tumors were shrinking. His strength began to return. He laughed more. Played board games with the kids again. One Sunday morning, he even stood at church and gave a short testimony. I shouldn't be here, but I believe I'm still standing because my wife never stopped praying. David was coughing in the next room. Her hands trembled. She opened her Bible and read Isaiah 41:10. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Those who trust in the Lord will not be put to shame. The bills still come, but so do unexpected blessings. Maria still works hard, but now with joy. David still has checkups every few months, but his last scan showed no signs of cancer. Chemo began almost immediately, and the side effects were brutal. Their savings vanished quickly. Maria picked up evening cleaning jobs after her day at the preschool, just to keep food on the table. She barely slept. At night, she would kneel beside her bed and pray through her exhaustion. Money had always been tight, but love was abundant. And yet every morning she whispered still, I will trust you. Until now, she had always felt secure in the promise that God would take care of them. This diagnosis. It felt like betrayal. But even in that dark parking lot, Maria heard a still, small voice. Be still and know that I am God. She took a deep breath. The weeks that followed were the hardest of her life. A friend covered her electric bill 1 month without even asking. Miracles came not grand or flashy, but enough. Just enough. David could no longer work. Some days she'd scream into her pillow. Other days she'd weep quietly while washing dishes. People from church brought meals. A neighbor dropped off groceries. Then came the notice her landlord was increasing the rent by $400. She didn't have it. God, she whispered, you said I wouldn't be put to shame. I need you to prove it. 2 days later, a phone call changed everything. It was from the director of the preschool where she worked. Maria broke down in tears. It wasn't just the job, it was the timing. The extra money would cover the rent increase. Insurance would help with David's treatments. Months passed. David's condition stabilized. Maria cried through the whole service. Now, a year later, their life isn't perfect, but it's full of peace. Looking back, Maria often sits by the window with a cup of tea and watches the rain fall. Her favorite verse now? She knows it by heart because she lived it.